How many of you are tracking your employees that have been on the job with you for 14 months? I mean, some people kind of dupe you. Good for you, one person. Anyway, the metrics is so key, and if you want to be a superstar, you know, it really helps to track this stuff. But how we learn to know, there's intuition, superstition. The second thing is authority. I have been described here as an authority, but I humble myself by telling you that I'm a former state senator. So you may not want to believe everything I tell you. And in our world today, we have a lot of authorities that are frauds. I mean, in the book where I got this, she talks a lot about Dan Rather. You know, we used to trust the CBS Evening News, and then Dan Rather, you know, went out on fake research and, you know, trying to make this big story that George Bush and his National Guard experience was kind of a fraudulent thing. And anyway, people now distrust a lot of the news that they have. And so what do? They go to the web and they think, well, it's on the web, it must be true. But I mean, it's harder and harder to really validate who's an expert, who's telling us the truth. A third way we can know is called the rational inductive argument. And that's basically where we do a sample size. And in some ways, Mr. Ed is going to tell you about that this afternoon, that to come up with a success profile through the PXT, you know, we look at certain characteristics. Brian Tracy has found that what separates a top performer from an average performer are usually only 5 things. So if you know what those things are, you can kind of do a sample size and look at that. This is a very valid way of making decisions. And then the last way is the scientific method. Scientific method is what I did. I mean, in our family business, we had to sell it through no fault of our own. We had 4 things that happened in our family business. And, you know, life happens, change happens all the time. But in our business, golf became very popular in the 1990s. And all of a sudden, golf courses were built everywhere. Retail golf stores were put up. We used to be the only